Alright guys, I'm back again. Oh, let me mute the TV. Hang on a second. Alright, I'm back again. Bought two sets of shocks. I now bought them for the Typhon 3S, in which I think I may end up putting these on my 6S Typhon. These are very nice shocks. I was very surprised with them. Thought I'd go cheaper with these shocks here, and I realized I wasted my money on these shocks, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. Racer's Edge, which are these shocks here, and ZD Racing is these shocks here. Now, the biggest difference I see between the two, these got more stout, got more shock resistant than these over here. Now, I paid $35 for this set over here. I paid $50 for this set over here. Now, I'm going to show you the biggest difference. These are all aluminum. These are aluminum. They got the aluminum lock nuts. They got nice springs and everything with them. These are the same way. Nice springs. Got a good feel to them. Straight out the box. Now these over here, they come with no fluid in the shocks. And I'm thinking these are non-fluid shocks. For the simple fact as, let me pick this up. And I want you guys to look. You see that? See the fluid on the outside? And I put these together a couple days ago. And I've let them sit here. And I do that on purpose. I let my shock sit there to make sure it don't do this stuff. Look at this. All nice and clean on the top side. But when you flip it over, there's your oil. All the oil you put in is leaking out. As you can see right there. You can see it hanging down. Every one of them did the same thing. If they're going to sell shocks that are non-fluid shocks, they need to tell you. I don't blame my hobby shop for it. I blame the product itself, because if Racer's Edge is not going to get their stuff together and tell you that they're non-fluid shocks, something's wrong with that. Because how many people out there are going to buy non-fluid shocks? They're not going to do it. And that right there proves that they're non-fluid shocks. And that's just something, I'll run that on my Stampede. I'm going to use them on my Stampede, which everybody knows the Stampede is just your basic everyday little fun car to play with. But when I buy shocks, I expect something better than this, especially all aluminum. I mean, look at the fluid on my table. And that's from these shocks just sitting here after I put fluid in them and everything else. So, we're going to run with these ZD Racing shocks. These things seem to be nice. Now, I'm going to put them to the test. I'm going to change the fluid out, put a little bit heavier fluid in there, because the way I jump and the way I bash and stuff. But for $33 versus $50, I got ripped off on the $50 shocks, but I didn't get ripped off on the ZD shocks. These are every bit worth the $35. Every bit worth it. Better than $50. I guarantee you that. There's no fluid leaking out. There's fluid already in the shocks. These come with no fluid in them. So, it's just one of them things, you know, you bite the bullet and you try. And you give a company a chance and you see what happens. And I hate wasting $50 on a set of shocks that's not going to work. for my application that I was wanting to do with them. But they'll work on my Stampede. I can take them out and I can, you know, throw them on there, drop the oil out, and, you know, do all that with it, you know. And they'll work good on my Stampede because they're a big bore shock. You know, my Stampede's a mid-grade bore shock. You know, you got your small, medium, and large bores. So, I mean, you got to kind of look at things as that aspect. But if you're going to sell a shock, it should say on the pack, no oil. These are oil filled, ready to go. You know, cheaper price, good looking shock. I'm telling you, I'm very surprised with how good this shock looks and how it performs with my feel of my hand. I mean, it's pretty tight. So, I mean, it's got a little air in there. You can hear the air. You know, and then you got this shock over here that's got fluid. I'm going to get fluid all over my damn. But even with the spring all the way down, look how easy. And I put 40 weight shock in there, shock oil in there. That should not be pushing down that easy with 40 weight shock oil. I don't know what's in these, but there's a big difference between this shock and that shock over there. They always say you get what you pay for. Well, this time I didn't get what I paid for. Paid over 50 bucks on this stuff. Didn't get it. To me, it's a pile of junk. It's junk. ZD Racing, I bought these. They seem to be a good product so far, right out of the bag, just like these over here. These felt good right out of the bag. I noticed they didn't have oil in them. I put oil in them and the oil's leaking out all the caps. You know, if companies are going to do this stuff, make sure your product's good, because this is crap. Right out the bag, no matter what, this is crap. I'm not happy with this. I've never bought a set of shocks like this here until now. These here, I seen them on Amazon. I figured, why not? I'm going to give them a chance. And right out of the bag, right out of the box, whatever you want to say, I'm telling you, I'm very surprised with these. They seem to be a lot better than these over here, and these are $50 shocks, and these are $30 shocks. So, who are you going to go with? We're going to go over here to the cheaper shock that's better than the more expensive shock here. So, I just wanted to jump on and kind of vent a little bit, because I'm kind of upset about that. You know, I got $50 in these shocks over here, and I got about $35, $38 in these shocks over here. These are better than these, no matter what. Straight out the box. This is crap, which is Racer's Edge. Don't buy these shocks. I'm going to tell you now, do not buy these shocks. Straight out of the box, never run, just like the other ones. The ZD Racing are very well worth the money. There's no oil leaking out of the caps. There's no problems down below or anything else. You know, straight comparison. And guys, I want you to look. No oil leaking out. They got oil in them. You can feel the oil. And most of you guys are the same way as me. I mean, you guys work on these cars as much as I do. You know, I mean, you get a good shock and you can have a good feel in your hand. You know what it feels like. But you buy this crap over here, and then you got that right there. I'll tell you what, hang on. Let me show you how much oil is right there right now. Hang on. Sorry about the cover up. Now I want you to see this. There's nothing on my tissue. Nothing at all. It's clean and ready to go. Now watch this. Whoop, sorry. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't think you guys can see the wetness of the oil on the napkin. But if you look right in here, you got oil right there. Got a little bit of oil back here. Got a little bit of oil up top. That should not be happening. So, I just wanted to jump on and let you guys see the difference on the shocks. Definitely pay attention to what you're doing. I do this every once in a while, you know, to get things, to kind of see if this product's going to be better than this product, but the most expensive product is not always the best. The cheapest product is going to be better than the expensive product. Just keep your eye out for it. Alright guys, enough of rambling on. Just wanted to get this shock thing out of my mind. I'm upset with the Racing Edge shocks. I'm very upset with those because that was a waste of money. That was over $50-something that I paid for those shocks. And they ain't worth a damn. Excuse my language. I'm sorry about the language. But the ZD Racing, these shocks seem to be great. These are better than these out of the box. So, you guys make a choice. If you guys have dealt with either one of them, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Tell me which one you think's better. We'll go from there. You guys have a good day, a good night. No matter what, just have a good one. We'll see you next time.